There are kings crowned by men, and then there are kings crowned by nature. Elvis Presley was both. He could fill a stadium with sound, yet some of his purest joy was found in the hush of a stable, where only the applause came from the gentle snort of a horse beneath his hand. Because for Elvis, horses weren't just animals, they were confidants, companions, and reflections of the freedom he longed for all his life. It was said, when Elvis first seen a horse up close as a boy in Tupelo, he stood in awed silence. There was something in that strength wrapped in gentleness, something that stayed with him. Years later, when the world knew his name, he filled Graceland's fields not with gold statues, but with living grace, sleek, powerful horses grazing under the Tennessee sky. Each one had a name he had chosen himself: Rising Sun, Bear, Ebony's Double, Memphis Beauty. He spoke the names the way he sang, with rhythm and love. At dawn, before the phones began to ring and the flashbells return, Elvis would wander out to the paddocks. He'd carry apples or sugar cubes in his pockets, talking softly as he went. He rode not as a celebrity escaping the world, but as a man returning home. The creak of leather, the wind in his hair, it was the closest thing to peace he knew. When he was on horseback, he wasn't the king, he was just Elvis, a southern boy with dust on his boots and a song in his soul. Elvis had a gift for connection, not just with people, but with creatures who sense hearts more than headlines. His horses trusted him instinctively. He believed that trust was sacred. He never forced a ride, never raised his voice. He once said, "You don't make a horse love you, you earn it." And he did. Visitors remember seeing him leaning close to whisper to his horses, brushing the manes like he was smoothing out the rough edges of the world. They say they could see the difference, how the animals seemed calmer when he was near, as if they understood they were safe with him. Of all the horses that carried his heart, none shone brighter than Rising Sun, a golden palomino with a mane like sunlight. Rising Sun was more than a mount. He was family. Elvis would ride him across Graceland's lawns in the fading glow of afternoon, laughter echoing against the white fences. Neighbours remember the sight, a king astride a living flame, both free in a way the stage could never make him feel. When Elvis rode Rising Sun, he didn't perform, he belonged. Elvis' compassion for horses wasn't just emotional, it was active. He took care of them personally, calling the vet at the first sign of distress, staying up through the night if one fell ill. He never hesitated to open Graceland's stables to rescues of strays. He paid for treatments, new saddles and safe pastures. Not for show, but because kindness to him was the truest form of grace. Even after his passing, the stables of Graceland kept their rhythm, the sound of hoofs, the scent of hay, the echo of love. The horses there today are living reminders of his tenderness, his joy, his quiet rebellion against a world too fast to forget gentleness. Visitors sometimes pause at the fence and swear they can feel it, that peace he left behind, a kind of stillness that hums with memory. Maybe if you listen closely enough, you can almost hear him, not singing this time, but laughing softly as a horse nuzzles his palm. Elvis Presley gave the world music that moved mountains, but he also gave something rarer. Proof that greatness can live hand in hand with gentleness. His horses never cared for fame, rhinestones or applause. They cared for the man who loved them. And maybe that's why they loved him back, purely, endlessly, without condition. because long before he was crowned the king of rock and roll, he was already, in every quiet moment of compassion, the King of Hearts.